Hello everyone, it is Foul Play here, and a bit of a different video today. So, semi announcement based, but also just venting and talking through a bit of everything that's been going on, I suppose, as well. So, firstly, apologies for not completing the league. I'll be unable to complete that league because the season reset. I started it, I played 3 games in a row at the start of the week. And then when I logged back in on Wednesday or Thursday, obviously it had the season had ended and I'd lost access to play the last 2 games. All right. So yeah, as you can probably tell from the title of the video, I don't think it's viable for me to be playing Bogles in Modern anymore. I'm not saying this from a perspective of giving up or being weak. I just literally think the deck does not have what it takes to even be close to being competitive this point in time. Now that's pretty upsetting to me, but it's also a statement of the power level increase in Modern, which has been happening steadily for a bit over a year now. And I mean, I don't want to take this as some sort of huge, massive defeat, because I really don't think it has been. While I've been doing the channel for like over a year and a half, I have experimented with a variety of different builds. A lot of other people have been doing the same, although I think I'm the only one that's been doing content on it. And yeah, so that's what that is. And we've actually had a very large amount of success in that time as well. So for example, when the Uro meta was going absolutely crazy, I had like a 70+ win percentage against the Uro decks as soon as I worked out my Bant build with surgical extraction, the force negation. That was amazing. That was fantastic. That was absolutely huge. Let's just bring that one up. And yeah, and then the other really, really broken deck that we had a ridiculously stupid win rate against was the Valky Cascade deck. Of course, because it exiles creatures or artifacts. It couldn't interact with our creatures or enchantments. It could sort of exile stuff from the top of our library, but that was about it. So this is, I guess, sort of coming from a perspective of just the power creep in Modern in general. The fact I don't think it's sustainable from the what's been happening with the power level rises. I sort of think the format might actually implode in on itself and lose a large majority of its player base at some point as well. So yeah, this is all like a little bit upsetting for me because I started the channel with like 2 or 3 different goals in mind. The first one was I was going to move away from my sport so I could concentrate more on my Magic, getting good at it, attending things like Grand Prix, and eventually working towards like Pro Tour aspirations and things like that as well. Obviously, if I'm not playing sport, I don't have weekend sporting commitments for 2/3 of the year, so that makes it a lot easier for me. And another aspiration was sort of to just show people that there was actually some sort of skill expression or some skill involved in playing Bogles and being good with it. It's definitely had a persona of being like a newbie deck where you just dump things, turn your creatures sideways and don't really think. And I don't really appreciate that expression for the deck because especially as time's gone on and the format's got more powerful, things like Blast Zone got printed, Kaya's Guile, like you need to play around a lot. And it's not just dumping the most powerful auras as quickly as possible to shoot people down. But yeah, I think we've finally reached the point where I maybe it might be good in some meta games, but in an open field, I think it's probably pretty garbage. Especially now that Humans has got Sanctum Prelate, like that card is just horrible for us. I mean, one nice thing is that Prismatic Ending got printed, and that's potentially a main deck answer to Ensnaring Bridge, which is fantastic. If you want to splash for like a 3rd fetch land, maybe like a hallowed fountain or a breeding pool or whatever color it might be. I mean, it's great. We finally have an answer to main deck and snaring bridge, but the problem is now that the control decks have it, where they'd have Path to Exile previously, they just start picking off our best auras, and we lose a lot of what the deck was good at doing against the control matchups. So yeah, just in general with the direction Magic's going as well, I'm not really that happy with it. The fact that the format is this fast and this powerful, for me, it takes away, like I said before, a lot of skill expression, like you thinking 2 or 3 turns in advance about what your opponent can have, what you have, doing this little dance, making a judgment call. Now it's just like they got two card combos in lots of decks, and if you tap out or if you don't have the answer, you just lose. And like these decks are ridiculously consistent. They're like 70% win rates. Like look at Heliod Company, that deck is insane. Look at Ponza, it can very consistently turn to a Blood Moon, and that just ends us. I guess we could have Force Negation to answer that, but I think just generally speaking, yeah, it's probably over from a one-trick perspective. So what's this mean for you guys? Like, I guess I won't be doing very much Beagles content going forward. I might do it here or there. But yeah, I think maybe at an FNM level, it might be a little bit different. Maybe you can edge like a 50% win rate or something. Maybe you enjoy, yeah, you don't get as upset by losing as what I do. You know, you can continue doing what you need to do. So yeah, as for me, as for the channel, I think I'm going to transition across to a different deck, maybe something like Merfolk, Humans, or Burn, or something like that, and make content on that. And I think I'm going to change up the content, so just do maybe 1 to 2 videos that just air on the weekends. I'll look to change my format, so I'll edit it down. You get all 5 leagues at once. Maybe it's like a 30 or 40 minute video. It's very fast paced. It's very time valuable for you all, and should make for better watching. That's something that a lot of people don't do in the content creation for Magic, is they don't really do much editing to cut out all the pointless space. MTG AIDS does it, and he cuts his videos down to like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and he's very, very popular, just because it's so fast paced, right? A lot of people just record the whole thing and they've got like a 2-hour league because they're playing Jund or something, and you know, that still gets good views. But I think from a content creation perspective, it's probably wiser to be editing your videos. As for everything though, like I'm genuinely considering selling my Magic collection, like the entire collection, just getting rid of the whole thing, because I'm not sure it's healthy or sustainable, and I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but rather just get rid of them before they crash and they're worth nothing. And yeah, as for my content creation, there might even be a day where I move away from doing Magic content altogether and go towards other sorts of games, like some RPGs or something like that. With my streaming, I might even just start playing it. Like, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII and really enjoying it, and I think that would be a lot more fun to stream than sort of Magic is at the moment. So yeah, that's sort of going to be it for me here today. I'd like massive thank you for everyone that's been along, subscribed, supported me, watched my videos, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's not going to be happening anymore. I'm sorry, we're going to move on to other things. Yeah, and unfortunately that's just sort of the way that it needs to be. So yeah, massive thank you for everyone for what you've done and hanging around. Like, it's sort of upsetting in a fair few ways for me. It's a tough call, but I don't think sustainably, like, so sustainability wise, watching you just like continuously lose on low goals and get frustrated is really good for anyone. Yeah, so that's it from today, guys. So much for watching. Do let me know what you think in the comments. Catch you next time.